Best and worst parts of being an influencer. You will be rejected in life. You will fail. Things won't go your way. So I will include a screenshot of how much I've actually made being on YouTube. Why don't you want to work? Do you think you don't have to work? Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing another chit chat get ready with me. Some people have told me not to say blank, so I'm not going to say it. As time progresses, I do want to do more chit chat get ready with me's. They're just fun. You guys love makeup, so I figured let's do one where I talk all about being an influencer. So I asked you guys on Instagram and in my community tab, which I'm going to go check, to ask me anything about being an influencer, like anything at all. So I'm really excited. Today I'm going to be getting ready, attending a birthday celebration tonight. This is like the month or like birthday season. I guess I know a lot of July and August babies because I've been to birthday celebrations every weekend. The homebody in me is like, but I have to celebrate and love on my people. So get ready with me today if you want to see this look and learn all about everything there is to learn about in being an influencer or creator in this space, then please keep watching. Okay, I have gone ahead and already done my eyebrows because you guys know I cannot talk and do my eyebrows. Let's get to the questions, but first let me check my community tab. I was just catching up with my girl Coco McQueen. I will link her channel down below. Shout out to her. I have been following her online for over a decade. I don't even know how I stumbled across her Instagram so long ago, but she was one of the first ladies that I ever followed on Instagram that like I didn't know, and I have loved her ever since then. She is my girl. I met her earlier this year, and she's such a sweetheart. Can you see your community tab on the app? I don't know. What about this? View my channel community. Okay, nobody asked anything. All right, let me get to my cues so I can give you guys some A's. The first question, do you suggest having a manager? If so, when do you get one? I think you should have a manager. By the way, all the makeup products that I'm using are going to be linked down below, so I'm not going to go into depth too much with what I'm using, but I'll have everything linked down below as usual. I think having a manager is super beneficial. If you're like myself and you kind of just found your way into being an influencer and didn't come from the entertainment world, you might not know how to navigate brand deals, negotiations, contracts, things like that. So I think it's useful once you start receiving deals. You usually have to pay a manager, so I don't think it's beneficial until companies are reaching out to sponsor you. But I know a lot of people who have like amazing large channels with amazing brand deals and they don't have a manager. Finding deals is still going to be like your job. So a manager can do a bunch of things. For me, my manager helps me negotiate deals mainly. Like sourcing deals is still my job and I don't really do that, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, I suggest getting one when you're already receiving deals and you need help negotiating. You don't need a manager though. A lot of people make it very far without one. Next question, how much have you made being on YouTube? Oh, so I did tell you guys that you could ask me anything. So I will include a screenshot of how much I've actually made being on YouTube. I've been on YouTube 10.5 years probably, or maybe a little less. And I didn't start making money until like 2016, 2017, and I started my channel in 2014. So when I say that I make $300 a month, I hope you guys can believe me because unless it's like December, those checks are bleak. So yeah, I haven't made a lot of money at all. And we'll get more into that later. Best and worst parts of being an influencer. The best part of being an influencer for me, there's a few things. Definitely growing more into myself and coming out of my shell. I'll link some of my earlier videos down below. And if you watch my earlier videos, like obviously I'm still the same person, but I was much more in my shell. I was much more reserved. I didn't really bring any personality personality to my channel. And that's not to say that you have to have a big personality to be on YouTube, but I have a big personality. Though I am introverted, yeah, I have a big personality. So I have, like, the best part for me has been growing in myself, growing in my confidence, being more comfortable speaking. I've done public speaking since doing YouTube. I've learned how to just be more confident interacting with people. Like, I'm very introverted, so I've come out of my shell a lot. Also, meeting you guys. I've had a few meetups. I have met, just like I said, I met Coco McQueen. I've met so many influencers and just subscribers, people who watch and support me. I've traveled to different cities and met people. When I met up with Happy Stylish Mommy, like probably 6 or 7 years ago, I met a subscriber in the mall. So meeting you guys has definitely been one of the best parts of being an influencer. So many of my friends now are because I've met them online. And as someone who is more reserved and is a homebody, that's been really cool. Of course, getting to work with brands, being able to work with L'Oreal and make a ton of money doing something that I love has been amazing. Getting PR, because you know, I don't make a lot of money from this. So being able to have PR as like a thank you from a brand, even though obviously it's kind of like them using us as a billboard, but I don't mind. Like, I love trying products. So things like that. I've grown so much on my channel. So those are the best parts. The worst parts, definitely being in the spotlight. I am not someone who's super comfortable being in the spotlight, and I'm not someone who ever wanted to be. So having all eyes on me has definitely been interesting. Yeah. And I'm not someone who thinks that like everyone online who doesn't agree with me is a hater. Like, I think it's like there are people who I love and watch who I don't agree with 100% of the things that they think, believe, say, but it doesn't make me not a supporter. But navigating this space, being put on a platform for the entire world to see if they wanted to, that's definitely been like the worst part, because I'm not used to that type of attention. So it was hard for me just getting used to all eyes being on me, kind of, so to speak. So the negativity, I would say, is the worst part, but also the fact that so often your worth is tied to whether or not people like you. And that's one of the reasons why I am leaving YouTube. Because your value is tied to views. Your value on YouTube is not tied to your quality, what you bring to the table, how amazing you are as a person. It's based on worldly things. And I'm kind of sick of that. So that's definitely, probably even more than the negativity online, that's the worst part, if people like me or what I have to say or share. So, and that's one of the biggest differences, like going from working in corporate America or a regular 9-to-5 and being on the internet. If people don't like you, they're not gonna watch you. You don't make money. So yeah, but you know, overall, there's definitely more positive than negative for sure. Do I pitch to brands? I used to. I don't pitch to brands anymore because I'm in a space where I just don't care. And that probably sounds so bad, but yeah, like, I mean, I'm sure I would be a lot more successful if I did. Successful meaning I'd have more brand deals, because obviously the views are what the views are viewing, okay? I've moved past that. But I just don't, like, I have so much on my plate. I don't really have time to pitch. I don't care to. I choose to focus on being grateful for the small opportunities that I do get. So yes, you can pitch yourself to brands. I used to, I don't anymore. Will I start in the future? Possibly, but right now social media is not a huge priority for me because I just have so many other things going on. But pitching to brands is important, and I think that you should get comfortable doing it. A lot of people don't because they fear rejection. My whole channel is filled with rejection. I've moved beyond that. You will be rejected in life. You will fail. Things won't go your way. That's just life. So I don't not pitch because I fear rejection. I don't pitch because I just like, if I get a sponsorship, I get it. If I don't, I don't, but I probably should pitch. Next question, what will you miss the most about this when you quit YouTube? I will definitely miss this, coming on camera and chatting with you guys. You all are the best part of YouTube for sure. My community, you all are amazing. I have such a solid group of viewers who tune in to every video. It might not be thousands of people, but it's a small group and I appreciate you guys. I feel like I know some of you all off camera, so you know, that's gonna be the worst part, and it does make me kind of sad when I think about it. Like, as much as you all don't want me to quit, I feel sad about leaving this space also, but I know that like it's time for me to focus on myself and I have to do this for me. But I'm definitely going to miss just conversing with you all and doing these types of sit down videos where we can chat, because otherwise everything else will pretty much be the same for me. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a change, but change is good. Change is not always bad. I'll miss you all for sure. Next question. What job were you working before this and are you going back to it? So before I started YouTube, I was still in graduate school. So I started my channel when I was waiting to retake my comprehensive exam to graduate with my master's. So I didn't have a job. And then while I was on YouTube, I worked in HR. I was a human resource manager. Would I go back to HR? I'm not gonna say no, because never say never, but I really don't desire to. I don't really know what I'm gonna do next. I'm still honestly figuring that out. But I know that I would love to work on the corporate side of beauty. I would love to work for a brand. I would love to work with an influencer agency. Like, I think that will be a great way to blend my skills, my knowledge, my expertise. I like being a creator, but it would be nice to do it purely as a hobby every once in a while. But I would really love to work on the corporate side. When I was working at Sephora, I always said that my dream was to be a corporate educator. So when you work at Sephora, once a month you would have an educator from, let's say, Lancome come in and teach you all about the new products and educate you on everything you need to know to sell and promote these products to your clients. That was my favorite part of working at Sephora. I didn't like doing makeovers, though I learned everything about doing a makeover at Sephora. I don't enjoy doing makeup. I love teaching. I am a teacher at heart. Would I ever become a teacher? I don't necessarily think so. This is teaching to me, but I would love to work for a beauty brand on more of the corporate side, because I'm still like, she brings a lot to the table, not to pat myself on the back, but I kind of want to move away from influencing and into behind the scenes. Like, I just think that would be so awesome. So yeah, that's what I would love to do, but I am keeping all options open. I don't know where I'm gonna end up. It's a major life pivot, which is why it's also like, I'm excited, but it's kind of like, wow, this is a huge career change, because as much as people like to think being an influencer isn't a career, I pay taxes. It's a job, okay? And it's a job that I've worked at for over 10 years. That's a career. So I don't know where I'm going next, but I know God's got me. That's what I know. What do you think changed about YouTube that made you want to quit? I think the shift in content focus and the shift in what people really want to see. You know, prior to the pandemic, people loved beauty content. And I think there is a sector of people that still likes beauty content, but they like consuming it in a different way. I think beauty content now thrives in short form. I do long form. I love to talk. I love to teach. So I hope to get more into short form content, but I really think that is what killed the beauty community. That also, people started to draw back and not consume so much, myself included. I think like 5 to 6 to 7 years ago, I stopped doing hauls so much. I stopped sharing everything I buy because I'm trying not to waste money, and I don't want y'all to feel like you have to be influenced to spend money every time I do a haul. So I think that led to the fall of the beauty community, but also all the drama. Like, if you remember from the beauty community's, maybe not inception, but at the height of where everybody was doing sponsored content and the huge top 10 beauty gurus, as we used to call them, they were in so much drama. I think that also caused people to pull away, and those people that we used to look at being on top, well, I don't know, they might still be on top, but the people that I used to follow, Makeup by Shayla, Nitra B, Missy Lynn, I think Missy Lynn is still on YouTube, but the other two aren't. The beauty girls, at least in the Black beauty girl community, they're not really creating long form content anymore. And I just think that's a matter of the times shifting. And I don't think that's necessarily bad. I think I just have to also shift and get with it. So yeah, because of all those shifts though, my channel has really plummeted. And so that's why it's not worth it for me to stay on here, because it takes 3 to 4 hours to edit a video. Combined with the 30 to 45 minutes to film at least this video, that's almost 5 hours. To make $9 a video is kind of like not worth it. So that's why I want to leave. I have to pivot in a way where my efforts can kind of match what I'm getting out of it for myself. You all are still getting out of it what you've been getting out of it for 10 plus years, but like I have to put myself first. So I think those shifts that I spoke about are really caused my channel to just plummet, and it's okay. It's time for me to pivot. That's okay. How are your classes going? I haven't had any makeup. No, I had one makeup in-person class. Shout out to you. My client actually flew in from Miami and we had such an amazing time. So that went great, but I've only had that makeup class. I've had a lot of consultations and those have gone well. But even that, it's like, you all said you wanted them, but I think that people would rather pay someone to do their makeup than pay to learn. I thought it was the opposite, but maybe it's not. So even that, I'm gonna transition away from selling the beauty courses as well. I've tried it out. I'm gonna continue promoting it, but I'm moving in a different direction with that as well. Overall, they're going fine. I love being able to help those of you who have taken courses and consultations with me, and all the feedback has been really great. Okay, next question. Is it true influencers are landing $100,000 brand deals? Absolutely. Now, I myself, I land like 1/10 of that, but I'm not landing $100,000 brand deals. If you have great viewership and analytics, you are absolutely landing $100,000 brand deals. Absolutely. And I think that's great because, you know, unless you're really a creator, you may not know like how much goes into all of this in terms of marketing your videos, the analytics. I just had a call with Magic Links last week about ways to better promote my videos and to stand out to brands. Like, there's so much that goes on the business side. So for people to have grown their channel for years and get $100,000 brand deals, that is amazing, especially because most people didn't leave a 6-figure job to start YouTube. Most people, at least that I was watching back in the day, were like maneuvering their way out of college and trying to figure out what to do. So I am here for it. Some of the Black girls in the influencing space are raking in over $1 million in brand deals, and I think that is amazing. So yes, your girl is not. I can get about 1/10 of that. But for one deal, me and 100,000, no, but some people do. Yeah, it is wild to, when I tell people in my personal life how much money I make from brand deals, they're like, I got in the wrong field. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Because that sounds nice, but it's far and few between, at least for me. But there's so much money in influencing. It is wild. There's a reason why a lot of people who do work a 9-to-5 and then transition to influencing end up quitting their 9-to-5, because it's so much more lucrative if you work it right, if people like you, if they subscribe to you, if they support you. It's really lucrative. So yes, that is true. How long does it take you to edit videos? 3 to 4 hours. And some of you are probably like, what? How does it take 3 to 4 hours? Think about it. I usually go, and I'm gonna do an editing class, surprise, surprise, but I like to go through, I cut out breaths. So anytime you hear anything like that while I'm talking, I cut that out. I color correct to make the coloring, the saturation look nice, combined with my studio lights. I add music, I add transitions, I add filters. I'll put some on the screen right now. Every time I switch scenes in like a haul or a favorites video, I like to use a golf puck, like a golf hit. like a sound. I like to remove the music when I place emphasis on something, if I say something funny. So all those things take a lot of time. It doesn't look like it, but it's kind of like people who do software design. The product looks so much easier than the process. So it takes about 3 to 4 hours to edit every video, no matter how long it is. If I'm doing a video where I have to place products on the screen, that's probably taking closer to 6 hours. I usually try to edit over the course of 2 days, so I'll like do 2.5 hours one day and like 2.5 or 1 to 2 to 2.5 hours the next day. It takes a long time, but honestly, I love editing more than filming. I am a nerd. I like doing work that takes me only, that I can zone in on. Editing is very tedious, especially if you want to get creative, but I love it. Most people do not. Is being an influencer hard work? Yes and no. It's hard work because it's time intensive. It's hard work because you have to learn to think like an entrepreneur and a business person. And if you are like me and you come from corporate America, you probably don't have to think like that. It's hard work also because you have to figure out how to learn how to market and do things that maybe you haven't done before. You have to learn how to edit. You have to learn how to edit on different software. I started on iMovie, now I edit on Final Cut Pro. Nobody taught me, I just figured it out as I went. You have to figure out how to get better rankings with your videos. You have to converse with brands. You have to spend time researching filming equipment. So it's not hard. I would say there's a learning curve and it's very tedious, time intensive work. But is it hard? Like, does it take a lot of brain power? For me, no. I'm not used to creative work. So for me, it's different just because it's using a different portion of my brain. Usually I would just be typing all day and meeting with people. Now I'm like learning new hacks, new tricks, figuring out ways to better promote myself, talk to brands, make these experiences better for you all. So I don't think it's hard, it's just different. How do you deal with negativity? Ooh. Okay, so the 2024 version, me, this version of KeikoBeauty, I block. You all sometimes say, oh, I don't see any negative comments, because I have my comments filtered. If you use certain words or phrases, people don't even see your comments and you will be blocked. I do get negativity on my channel, but you're just blocked. I don't go back and forth. And when I say negative, I mean like, oh my gosh, you're so fat and lazy, you look stupid, you're a whale. That's negativity. Negativity is not, I don't agree with you, you should have done this differently. That's constructive criticism and or feedback. Negativity is like when you are coming for me. If it's not too bad, sometimes I'll just say, wow, are you okay? Something really must have happened to you to make you feel that way about a complete stranger. So sometimes I'll make people like think about why they said that, but majority of the time I'm just gonna block you because I have grown a lot and I no longer go back and forth with people. Because why? The people who hate you or dislike you, you arguing your point with them is gonna do nothing. It just gives them attention, and like, why? So I deal with negativity by blocking people. It doesn't mean I won't get any negativity. Of course I will. Not everybody is going to think positively or highly of you. I would say it helps to have tough skin, which is something I had to develop on this channel and on my journey, because I was never popular. Not to say that I'm popular now, but I was never popular in school. I was never a cheerleader. I was never an athlete. I never had all eyes on me. So to go from being the girl who sits in class, does her work because she wants to make A's, to in the spotlight per se, there's a lot more attention on me than I'm used to. And so I had to learn how to navigate that with realizing you are who you are, you're imperfect, you have flaws, you have imperfect skin, because people love to comment on my acne. It's like I can't help that, but I also know that I'm beautiful inside and out. And so I can't let their negativity that they're projecting onto me really hurt me. Like, though comments can be hurtful, I can't take it to heart. So I deal with negativity by remaining true to who I am and using that block button. Hide user from channel. Absolutely. I'm going to protect my peace on my channel. Okay, next question. How do you make money if you only make about $300 a month on YouTube? So I have affiliate links, I have brand deals, I do my classes, I also work outside of YouTube. So yeah. I only make about $300 a month from AdSense, meaning from my ads on YouTube, but I do make money through linking products. If you guys shop my links, I make a small commission. I'm always appreciative for that. Brand deals, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't make a lot of money, but obviously I'm not doing it for the money. Next question. You are so lazy. Whoa. Why don't you want to work? Do you think you don't have to work? Okay, and I did tell you guys you could ask anything. And this person, I've seen your questions on my Q&As. I've tried to ignore them because I want to stay true to who I am. And usually I wouldn't say this, and I have tried my hardest to be humble about this topic and not say anything because it is never my desire to ruffle feathers in this way. I come on here and tell y'all that I make $300 a month. Clearly, like, I'm humble. Humble enough to be honest about that. But since you, and I'm not even gonna give you the attention of saying your screen name, it's probably a fake page anyway. But since you keep asking, the reality is, in the most humble way that I could say this. So this is Editing Keiko here. I gave you guys a whole explanation, 100% honestly, answering this person's wildly rude and disrespectful comment. They were blocked. But then while editing, I'm like, I don't even have to stoop to this person's level and give them the attention of providing them with an answer. Also, because I have stood firmly on the fact that saying why I don't need to work is not something that needs to be public knowledge. It's nobody's business, and it doesn't do anything for me to be able to say it. So I'm going to redact this portion of the video. What I will say is, I'm not even gonna go there. Yeah, let's move on to the next question. Let's focus on being an influencer. Me not wanting to get a 9-to-5 because I'm lazy. Like I just said earlier in the video that I want to get a 9-to-5. I have worked in corporate America. I have 2 degrees. I'm the most consistent person that I know on YouTube. Like I don't know where, I don't know. I am going to go on to the next question. Has being an influencer helped you in your personal life? Absolutely. I told you guys that I have become a lot more confident. I've gained friendships, which is amazing. I've just come more into my own. I'm more self-assured. It's helped me so much. It's also helped me because of questions like that and people being even more abrasive than that. It's helped me learn how to navigate the world, the real world. Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody's gonna understand you, and that's okay. It's not okay to mistreat those people like I just did. I was still gracious even though I didn't have to be. So yeah, being an influencer has helped me a lot in the real world. It's given me a lot of confidence, especially as I've been going to influencer events, and y'all know I'm a little introverted. It's definitely helped me out a lot. And y'all, I love this mascara. Okay, next question. Will you miss being an influencer? Absolutely. I'm still gonna find a way to share with you guys, wink wink, even though I'm gonna be leaving YouTube. But of course I will miss this. I won't be doing these videos anymore. I'm gonna miss feeling the connection that I have with you all now. So yes, I am going to miss it. This has been a huge part of my life for the past 10+ years. And even though like I would love to work on the corporate side of the beauty brands, even that will be a huge shift if that is what I choose to do, because I'm used to working for myself. Even the work I do outside of YouTube, nobody's my boss. So yeah. It's gonna be a change. I'm gonna miss it. I love you guys, but I will still find a way to be around somewhere. Last question, where do you go from here? And I think I kind of just answered that. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I need my bronzer. Yeah, I'm not really sure where I go from here. There's a lot going on in my personal life right now, so I really haven't even thought of it, and I'm not leaving YouTube yet. But I have options. I could go work in HR, I could go work in the medical industry, I could go work in a salon, I could go work in a spa, I could work in marketing, I could work in advertising, I could go work in a completely different career field. I could be an executive assistant. I could go work for a beauty brand. I don't know, but I will say that I am keeping my options open. I don't know where life will take me when the time comes, but I'm trusting God that He has my steps. Ooh. I'm trusting God that He has my steps ordered and that He will lead me on the path that He wants me to be on, not just what I want to do. So that's the biggest thing for me. It's a little, I won't say scary. It's very new, entering a new phase and chapter of your life where there's so much uncertainty, but I'm not scared or worried. I have so much faith. The way my last 10 years have been, even outside of my channel, I'm just like, Lord, wherever you want to take me, let me buckle up, let me put on my seatbelt. Because my life has not panned out how I've necessarily wanted it to, but I've landed where I need to be. So I'm not sure. Who knows, girl? Who knows what the future has for me? I love this blush so much. Oh, look how cute. But I know I will have you all support wherever I go in this next phase, whatever I do. I'm excited. You know, it's going to be a challenge not to do the same thing I've been doing. I'm literally going to have to grow and learn, but I'm ready for a new challenge. That's another thing. I've been in this space for over 10 years. It's become easy for me because I know how to do it. So I am, you know, excited to see what this new chapter brings, though it will be a challenge. Yeah, I'm ready. And depending on what happens, I may share it with you guys. I may not. I'm not sure. I have promised myself to still remain visible to you guys in some way, because at the end of the day, I do this for you all. Yes, I benefit from it, but I do this for you all. You don't know how many times I get a comment that's like, I'm a silent viewer, but I just want to say your videos helped me. Maybe you learned of a new product that you love. Maybe I made you laugh. Like, you never know how you will have an impact on someone's life. And to me, that means more than even what I get from it. So that is why I'm still trying to figure out how I can pour to you guys while still taking care of me. But we'll figure it out. You know, God will show me the way in due time. Not worrying about it. Okay. Let me finish my mascara. I have been loving this mascara. Oh my goodness, it's so nice. Ooh, lashes popping, lips popping, eyes busting. Y'all know who said that? That is one of my favorite sayings from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Eyes popping, lips busting. Okay, and last but not least, these lips. Come back, baby, please, 'cause we belong together. That's my favorite. Pinky mauve. Yeah, she's so pretty. The lipstick, not me. I would never say that about myself. Okay, let's figure out this hair. Y'all, as y'all see, I have scalp action. I did get a perm. But my hair, the way it's curled, is like, it's not working. Last but not least, it's hot outside. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, a little chit chat, get ready with me, sharing everything that you all asked me about being an influencer. I hope you learned a little more about my journey and maybe even me. Yeah. Stay tuned to more Get Ready With Me videos. I know that you all like them and I definitely want to crank out like one every month. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching and supporting and just being so kind, especially these past few months while, you know, I've been hopping on the struggle bus, like not intentionally, but life has just been full of surprises, good and bad, but I appreciate you all so much. It is a joy to come on camera and chat with you guys. I feel like I just sat and talked with my girlfriend, and that's always fun. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.